So back in 2020, I was contacted by WWE and asked if I would sit down for an interview for the Nexus documentary they were making. I said, absolutely. I went, I filmed it, and it was great. I talked about everything, told stories that I never told before, told stories that I've shared on my channel. And it turned out great. And I knew it wasn't, and it was fun. And I stayed in touch with the producers after that and was asking when it was going to be released. And because one of the producers told me like how much he really enjoyed like my segment and what I said, and that it was getting great feedback. And he said it was so great that he was putting me on last because my part was that good. And what I put in it, like I talked about it and about how Wade and I were still supposed to have our one-on-one and leading to that. And like in the documentary, I kind of left the door open for that, or kind of was resurrecting that. It was pretty dope how I did, if I'm being honest. I mean, they liked it, so I'm trying to be objective. They told me they really appreciated it and they want to move forward with it. Anyway, that documentary never came out because right after I had a conversation with the producer, he told me he had just spent all day cutting it down to make it so it would fit within an hour, and it was ready to go. The entire group got fired. They got let go because this was during COVID, got let go for the pandemic. And he was the only person who remained, but told me that like the documentary was then scrapped because the whole department was gone. So the documentary is finished. It's completed. And from what he told me, it was awesome. He was so excited about it. Couldn't wait for this thing to go out. But now it's hidden somewhere in WWE's cloud. I don't know if we'll ever see the light of day or not, or maybe I'll just have it here on my channel in some way, shape, or form. Maybe just for my paid members of my Rotunda firm. We'll see. And also, WrestleMania was supposed to be in Tampa, Florida in 2020. And this was supposed to be the site of some kind of a Nexus reunion. I don't know exactly what we were going to do, but there was going to be a Nexus reunion. And I mean, if I'm talking about like the rumors and the things that were alluded to, that's what the documentary was for. And then eventually I was hearing there was supposed to be some physicality. I would have assumed with John Cena, but I don't know. I don't know because it obviously never got to it. But those were some of the ideas I had heard tossed around. And this would have made the most sense because if you remember at Mania that year, it was John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, who, when he was Husky Harris, was part of the Nexus. So this would have just made the most sense, which is obviously why it didn't happen.